Warwickshire captain Jim Taunton scored only his second 100 in 3 years, and Chris Woke hit the 5th ton of his career and his second in 2 years in Taunton as the visitors took control of their crucial LV County Championship match against Somerset. Only 10 overs have been possible on the first day of this match, but this time play began on time with Warwickshire, the current LV County Championship leaders, on 27 for 1. That became 50 for 2 when Laurie Evans edged an expansive drive off Alfonso Thomas to Peter Trigo. Varun Chopra has been in mostly brilliant form for the past 18 months. That run started at this very ground last year where he hit a double ton. It's a ground he clearly enjoys. He added another 50, getting there with his second successive 4 off Craig Macheda, this one flying just wide of the keeper. Taunton has done a wonderful job as captain of the Warwickshire side, but until hitting 81 in his last innings, he's really struggled for runs. It now looks like his form has returned at a crucial moment of the season. Chopra, meanwhile, was playing beautifully and looked as if he might even get to 3 figures before lunch, having started the day on 17. But with 7 more needed with 10 minutes of the morning session remaining, he glanced Thomas to Craig Kieswetter. His 93 had occupied 122 balls. That allowed Somerset to finish the session strongly. Before the break, Darren Maddy got a regulation edge off Thomas to go for a duck. Indeed, this was a good spell in this game for the home side. After lunch, after the addition of 26 more runs, Tim Ambrose nicked a flat-footed drive to Trigo. And then Max Waller, in his first appearance since 2009, got the big wicket of Ricky Clark, who'd made only 1 when he offered the leggy a return catch off a high full toss. That left Warwickshire on 162 for 6 and Somerset were on top. But as has been the case for much of this season, the current leaders never know when to lie down. Clark has saved them before, but this time it was the turn of Wokes. He was now the man to stick with Taunton, who went to his second successive 50 before tea. He'd needed 150 balls to get there, an innings including 4 fours. The time it had taken him to get there mattered not one jot. Taunton has needed runs and time at the crease, and this may just be the innings which sees his side push on to win the championship trophy that they just missed out on last year when their opposition here succumbed to Lancashire on the last day of the season. He was soon being caught up here by Wokes, who supplied just the innings his side required. A beautifully timed clip off his legs took him to a 50 for the first time this summer. It had come off 84 deliveries. Wokes scored 100 in Taunton last year, and the way he was batting by now against the second new ball, it did seem only a matter of time before he would register the 5th ton of his first-class career. No bad effort for someone who also bowls so well. Taunton, of course, had come close to 100 in his last innings, and he now moved into the 90s. And what relief when he advanced down the pitch and drilled Waller through the covers for the boundary, which took him to 3 figures at last. It had been a very long time in coming. He'd been at the crease for 231 balls in what was a special knock from the Warwickshire skipper. 20 minutes later, and Wokes, who'd given Taunton a 103-ball start, was also celebrating. Another Waller full bunger was dispatched for Wokes' 17th boundary, which took him to his ton off 142 deliveries. It was match-altering stuff from this pair, who added 204 in 50 overs, when Wokes was finally dismissed, chipping Errol Sapire to Nick Compton at mid-wicket to go for a brilliant 107. Taunton now had his eyes on maximum batting bonus points. He had 7.5 overs to get 34 runs, and he helped the cause by thumping Waller for a maximum. He'd taken his side to 387 for 7 by the close, meaning that they need 13 more from 3 overs for a final batting point on the 3rd morning, something which might turn out to be crucial come the end of the season. Taunton will certainly remember this day for some time. He ended it on a magnificent 132 not out.